if you are going to make me choose between Night of the Living Dead or Shrek, I'm going to pick Shrek every time. I'm going to pick Shrek every time. And I think most people would. Welcome, friends, to another episode of Halfassbeerreview. My name is Josh, and tonight we are drinking a can of Night of the Living Gingerbread, an Imperial Gingerbread Latte, 9% ABV, brewed and canned by Flying Monkey Craft Brewery. It's not Flying Monkey, it's Flying Monkeys. Multiple monkeys own this brewery and brew this beer. It's like maybe the Wicked Witch is kind of behind it. Ontario, Canada. Check out this can art. Night of the Living Dead meets gingerbread. I just think of Shrek whenever I see like actual animated gingerbreads. And can you blame me? It's like a cultural icon. You think zombies are Shrek. Shrek brings in the money. Shrek brings in the kids. Shrek brings in the viewers and the donkeys. I'm going to tell you that right there. That's enough of my bullshit right now. But normal is weird. This looks cool. Imperial Gingerbread Latte. I had to look that up. It's a winter ale. So it's a winter ale with ginger and some other spices, because you know how much I love these winter spices. So this is another one given to me by Drastin the Dungeon Master. Shout out to 7 Dungeons. Check them out for solid Dungeons and Dragons. Let's go ahead and see what this beer is all about. Yeah. All right, that's what I was expecting. Once you see a winter ale, you think, oh, excuse me. This is going to be a brown, something dark brown. Oh, almost black. Look at that. Hold it up to the light and it gets a little more brown, a little more amber at the bottom there. But yeah, look at that. Like a nice kind of tan tint to the head on there. Yeah, and this smells like a winter ale. Yeah, I'm smelling ginger. Some maltiness to it. Okay. Winter ale. I'm getting cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger. Maybe some coffee. Not a lot if that is actually what it is. Like a weird earthiness. But other than that, it's the big one is the ginger, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Those are the big ones in here. He probably did this on purpose because he knows just how much I am not a fan of the winter ales and their spices. I'm just not. I can't do it. It's hard. It's not that I can't do it. I'm just not huge on them. It is what it is. So we're done with the talking and the smelling and all that other stuff. We're going to try this beer right now. As always, on Halfassbeerreview, we do a little drink, big drink. Cheers, everybody. Okay, the coffee is there more in the flavor. A lot of spice. A lot of spice. A lot of spice in this one. This is giving me a lot of that spice that you get in like a pumpkin pie without the pumpkin. It's kind of like reminiscent of that. There's a nice coffee taste to the back of this though. I'm noticing that. There's a nice kind of like bready maltiness in there, but that coffee, it just kind of lingers through and is kind of the all-star at the end of this. I'm not big on the nutmeg. I'm not. But the cinnamon's nice. The ginger's nice. There's not too much ginger. Ginger can ruin a beer for me. Too much ginger. I might be like an earthy hoppiness to this. That might be what this is. And that's not bad. I know my face was ugly and weird looking when I said that. But I was just thinking like that's probably where I'm getting that earthiness from. It's kind of working well together. Spice, earthiness, the swallow's gone. You're left with this like nice coffee spiced latte. That's exactly what's going on here. So in all, it's kind of coming full circle to be what it is. It's an Imperial Gingerbread Latte. And I think that's kind of what it's doing. Like, this is nice. There's almost like a tea kind of feel to it because of that leafy, earthy, like hoppiness in there. That's kind of also there. But that's also lattes, right? I don't know. I don't know coffee. Don't get me starting to talk about coffee. But this is, I only drink black coffee. So I just don't drink a lot of the other stuff. A shaken oat milk espresso every once in a while. But if I'm feeling fancy and like spending $6 on a drink, but black coffee mostly. Yeah, I don't like the smell of this beer. I do, however, enjoy the taste of this beer. It is growing on me with every drink that I take. I'm going to start another channel called Whole Ass Beer Reviews, where I do 1 month's worth of beer reviews all in one night. And I do the whole entire thing. It's going to be like 40-minute episodes of me drinking just one beer. And I was going to do, shout out Shane's Craft Beer Reviews. I was going to do a Canadian accent the whole time that I was doing this. But I'm from Michigan, so it's close enough, right? I know we're not, but if there's one state besides Alaska that could secede from the Union and probably be one with Canada, it'd be Michigan. Or Maine. I don't really know. Yeah, the more I drink of this beer, the more I'm really enjoying it. That coffee latte thing is really coming through. The spices are working really well in this one. It's got a nice, like, coffee finish to it, right? A little bit of that spice, but coffee on the finish. It's just kind of lingering around in your mouth after the drink. Very cool. Very cool. Goes down easy. This one's a sipper for me. Some people might like to slam this one, but this one is definitely a sipper for me. That's where I'm at with this one. And now the big question, Josh, would you ever buy this beer again? And I don't think I would. I don't think I'd go out of my way just because of the spices, but I do enjoy it. I do. And I think you should try this one. This one isn't just something that I crave that often enough to where I'd actually seek out. And if I did want something like this, there's other things out there kind of like this. But this one does it really well. So if I were craving it and I did see it, I would pick it up. But I'm just saying my cravings could be satisfied by something less, and I'd be okay with it. Now that's going to do it for this episode of Half-Ass Beer Review. Thank you all for stopping by and checking out Night of the Living Gingerbread with me. Hope you enjoyed yourself as much as I did before you. Check out my friends Banter and Babble for the best pop culture wrap-up, King Cuddles for the best simulator wrestling, and 7 Dungeons for the best Dungeons and Dragons around. And always remember, I heard this, I'm going to leave you with this. Did you really have a bad day? Or did you have a bad 5 minutes that you stretched out for the whole day? Let those words sink in. I think about it every day. Every time I feel like I'm having a bad day, I think what was actually bad about it, and I move on from there.